Today we are going to talk about the top 10 older, best motorhomes that are built to last. Hi everybody, it's Deb with Deb's RV Services and welcome to today's video. Today is a day to celebrate. You all made it possible that I have hit 10,000 subscribers. I am so excited. So today in celebration, let's dance. I hope that you enjoyed that. I think Izzy hates me. So to celebrate this great achievement, I'm going to give away one of my workbooks for free to one of my subscribers. So let me tell you what you have to do. You have to be subscribed to my channel and you need to put the word celebrate in the comments. I am going to pick one lucky winner to receive my workbook that is retailed at $159 and it will be sent to you directly from me. Make sure that you put the word celebrate in the comments and then I'm randomly going to pick a winner. So let's get on with today's video. I'm going to give you 10 of my top picks for older motorhomes that I feel are built to last and worth the purchase. I'm going to give you some positive things, some negative things, if they are good for boondocking and if they have slides. Number one is the Lazy Days. I love Lazy Days. Of course, you know that. I own one. It's what I live in. They're absolutely amazing. They are built on an E450 chassis, gas engine. They're aluminum body and roof, which is awesome, except it does dent with hail, but didn't break through. The Lazy Days does not have any slides, which is a good thing, and it can be a bad thing, can be considered a negative for some people that want more room. I don't consider it a negative though. I don't have to worry about slides or maintaining them or having possible water intrusion. It has a nice big freshwater tank, which I absolutely love, and it drives easy. They're around 26.5 feet. I know that they come in a little bit smaller and a little bit larger. There are some models that do, but the basic average is about 26.5 feet. So you can still get into national parks. You can tow a car. I just find these are really well built, really well made. They're not really all 4 seasons. They're about 3 seasons. So you can, you really don't want to camp in frigid temperatures, but they're not considered a 4-season RV. Number 2 is the Chinook. I love the Chinook. My friends that have them, they consider it like a baby Lazy Days. So it's kind of like a smaller version of it. They're made very well. They have a fiberglass body. They have a Ford chassis or a Chevy chassis, depending on the year. And they are sought after. They have a good resale value. They are really well made. You can get into more space with these because they're smaller, so you can get into regular parking spots. They're easy to drive. They do have smaller tanks though, so you have to consider that as a factor when you want to go out boondocking, that you have to deal with. A smaller RV is generally going to have smaller tanks. They are also not considered 4-season. They do have insulation, but they're not considered 4-season. The Chinook does not have slides, so you don't have to deal with that issue either. All around, they are great RVs. If you can find one that's been well maintained, you're finding a good gem. Number 3 is the Born Free. I really think these are cool RVs. They're also on a Ford E450 chassis. One of the advantages is it has a built-in roll bar for safety. So I thought that was kind of unique. It is, if you have an accident or anything were to happen, it is a built-in structure so that it doesn't collapse on you. So that's a neat thing. Some models have slides, some models don't, and they are really 3-season as well. They do have more insulation, so it's more of a moderate insulation, but they're still considered 3-season. The best years of this is from about 1999 to 2010. If you find one of these, then you're in luck. Number 4 is the Coach House Platinum. Now this is considered a B+, and it's on an E450 chassis, which is gas engine. And anytime you have an E450 chassis, you know you have a good engine. Also, these have slides, usually just one slide. I do want to tell you that I inspected one and it had an issue with the slide prior. It was fine. It was working when I was there, but you could tell there was some issues prior. So you just want to make sure you have it inspected and looked at and just be sure that there has not been any leaks, because anytime you have slides, you can have leaks or alignment issues or things like that. So always have it checked out. But these are considered a 4-season, so you have very good insulation. They are one-piece fiberglass, and then they do have smaller tanks, so you want to think about that if you're a boondocker. Anytime you're going to have like a B+, you're probably going to have small tanks, so you always want to think about that if you're a person that wants to get out there and boondock on the land, you want to be able to have enough water or ability to stay off grid as long as you can. But there's always workarounds. You could always change out your toilet, get a composting toilet so you're not filling up those tanks. And there's always ways you can bring extra water with you, but either way, you want to consider what your goal is for RVing, and then think about that whenever you're purchasing a used RV or new. Number 5 is the Safari Tract. They are more of a compact Class A. They were bought out by Monaco, and I think it was around 2002, maybe. I think that's the right year. Anyway, they have a workhorse engine, or some years have a P30, which I don't even know what that is. Anyway, they're really great Class A gas engine motorhomes. My friends that actually purchased the Chinook ended up getting one of these as well. They have 2. So they really like it for longer trips. Now, the downside is that they have an electro bed, and the bed comes down from the ceiling and theirs broke. And it's difficult to get the parts to fix them. So it can be a benefit for people that want to have more space in the daytime, and they don't have to worry about the bed, and then they can bring the bed down at night. I personally don't know if I would like that, because I like to have my bed made up in a separate area, and I think that I personally wouldn't want to have to worry about bringing the bed down and up. That's just me. But anyway, they're really well built. They're not 4-season, so that would be something that you wouldn't want to take it into super cold climates. And some have slides and some don't. If they do have a slide, it's usually just one. These are really nice Class A motorhomes, and a really good choice for people that want to start with a smaller Class A and don't want to get a big diesel pusher. Number 6 is the Bigfoot. They are a Class C motorhome, and they are built on a Ford E450 chassis, and they are my top choice. Actually, number 2 next to the Lazy Days is the Bigfoot. I absolutely love them, and I do want one. So my friend, she collects them from around the country, and she fixes them up and then resells them. And she tells me about the quality of them as well, and that's what she owns. The reason she owns that over Lazy Days is because of the storage. She's a bike rider, and she wants to be able to store her bike, and you can store it inside the cargo area of the Bigfoot, where you don't have that cargo area on a Lazy Days. So I think that that is a really cool feature, and it's something that I may get down the road, who knows. Anyway, they are 4-season also. That's another big top feature. They are very well insulated. They're very sought after, so if you find one, you want to make sure that it has been well taken care of, because you are going to pay a price for these. They are a little bit more expensive, and they are harder to find, so if you can find one, you are in for a treat. As far as the slides go, some have slides, maybe it's just one, but I would probably opt for the ones that don't have slides, again, just because I choose to go with RVs that don't have that trouble of having slides. But Bigfoots, they are really great. They also have the modern towable type, but in this video, I'm talking about the motorhome that was back in I think they established in the late 90s and then up into about 2008. Number 7 is the Gulfstream Phoenix Cruiser. Now, these are really cool B+ RVs. I have a friend, Brad, that did an inspection on one, and he sent me the pictures and footage of it, and he said they were built really nice. They have a seamless fiberglass roof. They have all wood floors, wood cabinetry. They are made really well. They do have slides, and they do have decent insulation, more of a 3-season, not really a 4-season, but they're really great for a smaller RV that you can get into national parks and go through all the places, and they have really cool layouts. I enjoyed looking at the pictures, and I think that if I ran across one, I'd want to get one too. I want to get all of them. I really like all of the RVs that I'm telling you about. I have my favorites, but I definitely would not say no to any of these RVs. Number 8 is the Fleetwood Tyogga. I don't, like, personally, I don't see these and want one, but I wanted to mention it here because they are known for being well built. They're a Class C motorhome. Again, they're built on the E450 chassis. They don't have slide outs. I think some of them can, but the majority of them don't. They're made really well, and I guess they were used for rentals at some time, so they're just really built well. So if you're looking for a Class C that is made well and durable, you can check one of these out. Number 9 is the Dynamax Assada. They are considered a B+, and they have various types of engines. You can get the Ford, the Dodge, or the Freightliner engine, so it depends on the year, but they have a good reputation for being made very well. They are also considered a 4-season, well-insulated RV, so you would be really, you could travel anywhere in one of these. One of the disadvantages is that they do have higher end systems and they do have smaller tanks, so they are a little bit more expensive if you find one used, but they are a really well-made RV. Number 10 is the Monaco Dynasty. Well, any Monaco is going to be good, and I know some of you are going to say, but what about the Beaver? I picked the Monaco Dynasty. It is a very well-made luxury Class A diesel pusher. This is on the Roadmaster chassis, so you want to make sure that you're getting that type before they sold out. I know that after the crash, the 2008-2009, they were bought out, so you want to find one that's before that time frame. But if you want everything luxury and you want all the bells and whistles, you're going to get the dual pane windows, you're going to have the all 4-season climate, and you're just going to have anything and everything, and a very nice layout, well built, good cabinetry, good flooring, good everything. You want to take a look at one of these. I have always thought, like, I wonder if I would actually drive a diesel pusher. I think that I would love to try it one day, and I probably will. I would love to know what it's like to have one of these and have all that space and then drive around a beast like that. I think it would be pretty cool. Whenever I'm inspecting older Class A's, I actually really like the interior. I think that what I see is just that really cool, unique vibe in there and layout that you don't see in the modern. Sometimes the shiny new modern stuff just doesn't really do it for me. I mean, they're beautiful, but I really like that classic look, or some of the other older ones that just have such a uniqueness to it, and I just think it's really fun. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to mention one of these luxury ones. I know there's others out there, and people have a cult following to certain types, but I know that these were made very, very well, so I wanted to make sure I put that in my list. I have one other that is an honorable mention that's really kind of funny, because I didn't even know about these, but if you want something that's really high clearance and unique, take a look at the Toyota Sunraider. I had somebody point this out to me, and it's really good for people that want to get back in the boondocks and really get out there and go through a bigger terrain. You have high clearance and everything, and these are really unique. Now, you don't see them all the time, so to find one would be rare, but I wanted to make a mention of it because I do think that it's a really cool, cute. Now, you remember, you're going to have smaller tanks and everything, so you have to think about what you want to do out there. If you're just going out for weekends and spending a little bit of time out in nature, this would be perfect. But if you're going to live full time, it might be more difficult to do in something so small and with smaller tanks. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. This was really fun to make, and I've actually been working on this for a long time. I just didn't record the video. I kept changing my mind on which ones I was going to select, because there are a lot of really good older RVs out there. So tell me what your favorite is in the comments. Just make sure that you include the word celebration in your comment, but tell me in the comment below about which one is your favorite. What do you like, and what are your favorite features about it? I'll see you on the next video. Have a great week.